not. Hold on, she got a not. It may not be good. Oh, somebody probably played with it at an event. I found it unplugged one night. I wasn't happy. Do not touch.
I do not know.
I can put it out as a thing saying due to lack of knowledge, we just didn't record it.
I guess it's going to be a blank screen.
Want me to go play with a cord?
Yes. See, thank
I
you.
can't get in that either.
What's a municipal code? What does that mean? Hi, guys. Nothing. Nothing. Oh, no, that is to,
We plugged and unplugged, so it's maybe resetting itself, maybe?
oh, yes, she just unplugged it.
Oh, I'm not working on that today or tomorrow. Oh, God, no.
It's green. Yeah, it's green.
Nobody within the state or towns want to do anything. It's like the last day of school. It's for a long weekend. We don't want to do anything. So I'll work on it on Monday. It's on my. I tried getting in, and it said to reset my password, and I did that. But I was just going to say things like that. Things like that. I use a basic password. It's nothing really compromising.
I was going to ask you.
So I would have sent it to you, and then you think I couldn't get it at all.
All right, folks, it stands. We can finally. Thanks, folks. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, folks. I motion that we move Harvest Valley Snowmobile Club up to the top of the agenda.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor? It passes. The floor is yours.
Thank you very much. As discussed during the workshop meeting, part of the Harvest Valley Swimming Club, we're moving around all the communities affected by the proposed project, which is to take a railroad bed south of Thorndike Station, down in Belfast, in the multi-recreation area. First step of that process would be to form a RUAC council, Rail Use Advisory Council, which is basically a group that gets together, DOT, representatives from the town, they so choose, and evaluate the condition of the tracks, current use of the tracks, and kind of evaluate it and move forward slowly in the process, multi-year process. So I'm asking for tonight to the vote from the town to move forward with RUAC, forming that committee, RUAC. It's not to
Do the
proceed-
project.
It's not to do the project, it is to create a council and evaluate the tracks. It's in process. In detail there Monday night.
Yeah, so for people who weren't, yeah,
Yes. Nope, so that is a state right of way down through there, so
yeah.
the landowners don't have to do that.
We did ask some questions on Monday, such as, what does multi-use mean? And it means for ATVs, snowmobiles, walking, snowshoeing, stuff like that. And I asked how I know that this goes beyond your wanting a committee.
Sure.
But my kind of concern was how to keep everybody safe on a multi-use, because I've never heard of a multi-use. And they're going to possibly look into modeling theirs after Sunrise Trail down in Ellsworth. And I have looked at a few things like that, and I've read some reviews, and the reviews are great on that trail. So, but yeah, any discussion on that? I motion that we sign the petition for the starting of the committee. Any discussion? Yes?
So, Chris Lewis, my president. So my question is, if you talk to the railroad, how is this going to impact the railroad?
That's what they're going to do. That's what the committee is going to
The
do.
committee will be representative of the Belfast Moosehead Lake Railroad, Maine DOT, MSA director, a representative from each town if they so choose, basically all affected parties will get together and discuss it. I know the discussion was Monday night, the railroad currently uses for like common ground and all their, from Thorndike Station north. We don't want to affect that. We're primarily looking at this south of
Towards
Thorndike Station,
Brooks. No.
south and north of Brooks. I'm from the Brooks Monroe area, and the tracks have not been used in 10 years probably. You drive down Littleton Road in Brooks, the trees are almost touching over the top of the tracks. And I think this would be a much better use of.
And when is it like that?
We've not been privy to it. We've asked several times, even if it's not actually,
Could
starting this council this fall.
When I talked to them, they said they would contract.
It is still active, but it will flash at some point.
Sure.
And also, I haven't seen a contract, but I assume that maintenance will be part of that contract. The one service orders, but everything up there is part of it. Just not maintaining something.
could you remind me who's already signed this petition?
Knox, Brooks, Monroe, and Walpole all signed this petition. So the remaining towns would be Thorndike and Belfast.
Any other discussion? All in favor? All right.
This is the joint letterhead here.
And all three of us will sign it?
Yeah, you can do it either way. Either the lead selectman or all three of you can sign right here on this line.
Do you want to sign it, or do you want? Yeah, that's why I was.
Right, I think the letter, I think I gave you guys a copy of that yesterday. Somebody signed that.
We'll sign too.
Yes, please.
Yes, and this is the letter
Yeah.
that I have right here. I was going to read it. Pursuant to 23 MRS 7106, the town of Thorndike respectfully requests that the state evaluate a partial conversion of the Belfast Moosehead Lake and Railroad and corridor to a multi-use recreational trail. Within Thorndike, the condition of the rail infrastructure raises practical concerns regarding continued or future rail use. The visible deterioration of ties, the condition of the bridge structures,
I'm sorry.
and the, yes, please. And the, oh yeah, we have one. Yeah. Sorry. And where at the road crossing suggests that significant rehabilitation would be required to restore reliable service. At the same time, the corridor has already experienced a functional transition in the south. In Belfast, a portion of the line has been successfully converted to a public trail, and the rail service no longer extends into the downtown area. This precedent demonstrates both foreseeable and public demand for an alternative use. I have a question now that I'm reading. So where Head of the Tide is,
Yeah.
and then you cross the road and there's not like any more trail? I mean, there is, but it's not like on the other side where it's a really nice wide trail. Would your committee go all the way down to there? Nice. Importantly, the town of Thorndike supports defined and limited scope for this proposal. The trail conversion under consideration would extend north only to the vicinity of the station area and would not include the segment from the station northwards towards Unity and Burnham. This approach allows for balanced evaluation for corridor use while preserving flexibility for future rail-related considerations beyond that point. We believe that this measured approach aligns with the advisory role of the Rail Use Advisory Council and allows the state to assess near-term practical opportunities for public benefit without foreclosing future options. Respectfully. All right, thank you very much. We're going to keep this, or you this?
I think you have a copy of that.
We do. Is this what you want this back?
I would like, and ideally, sign it, like, yes, this is like a joint letterhead from all the towns, and that'd be like from the towns.
Okay, so I'd make a second motion that we send this request for evaluation for a partial rail corridor conversion. Motion that we sign this.
Say that again.
It is a request for evaluation of partial rail corridor conversion.
Gotcha.
That's why it says defined and limited scope. Any discussion? Yes?
So is that, you say that the railroad tie
No, this is saying from the south of, like through the woods, from the south of Thorndike.
Yep, I mean, after downtown.
Yeah.
Yeah, all into Brooks. That's where the deterioration is. Like over those.
You said it over the
Well, are there any roads out there in the woods?
Possible. 139.
no roads.
No.
I just thought that it said it on like roads.
Yeah. Now they're talking about taking the underpass road down there, that bridge.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right out.
we take that out.
Sure, but that's not one.
Yeah,
Correct.
it's just,
So, but that's a part of it. I think what you heard in there is the ties underneath the rails throughout the whole, the corridor in question. It deteriorated. I mean, you can stick your fingers through the wall.
I just thought it said in reference to Thorndike roads. I misheard you.
That's okay. I'm looking for it so I can read. So,
there's one place on the, like Debbie Ryan's is across the line, that's in the north.
it does visible deterioration of ties, condition of bridge structures, and the wear of road crossings, but that's throughout the entire corridor, not just Thorndike. Yeah. All in favor?
Who was the second on that?
He was.
Because he was talking, the other gentleman was here, Ben Hooper, that did almost like a 10-year thing, tried to do this.
It's a very slow process.
Yeah, you know, I know, and people try to afford it.
Yeah.
Just be ready, they're going to fight.
Well aware.
Yeah, 'cause I talked to them when I was on the board for a couple of hours, and they said that they had a long-range plan that they were willing to talk with Thorndike about. I told them we have plans, but I don't think we talked to them, so. But my only concern is that there is business that comes into town because of that railroad. We should address that by saying this for
And we talked about that at length. It was one of our first questions about like, we can't touch what's in Thorndike because we use it. You know what I mean? So, but I did also read an article just recently that Canada is about to put a bunch of money into our railroad because right now it's cheaper to go from Canada to Maine by rail than it is by truck. So there's a bunch of things.
Yeah, I'd be surprised if they do like be midway down.
So, for, I've done some research on this section of rail, so this section of rail is known as U-85, rail comes up
Yes.
tonight. But, basically it's a lower, no lowest class of rail. So you can't even haul large freight on it. To get it up to that standard, you would have to remove the ties, upgrade all the ballast that's there, and then put either 114 or larger rail down to the associated spec that goes along with that. Also, you look where from the head of tide south into Belfast is all in blue.
Yeah.
You can't get a John boat into the head of tide during low tide. So obviously no cargo. On the flip side of that, in Searsport, you've got a deep water dock with railway right there in Searsport. So if they're going to ship anything out of Thompson Bay, it's going to be Searsport. The only practical use from the railway perspective of this corridor is recreational work. I don't want to touch, North Thorndike, anything that's not going to do Christmas stores and preserve that.
Great. Thank you for
Appreciate
addressing
your
our,
time.
our, yes, you as well. Are you ready? Can you
Yes.
give us the one that you added to?
Yeah, I highlighted.
Perfect.
I didn't put
I
as
would
much
like
on-
to motion to review this one.
I didn't add as many as I thought, just the ones I definitely had to. There's plenty more I could have put on there, but
Any second? Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor of reviewing the warrant preview?
Yeah,
Sorry.
that's all right.
All right, so, do you have a copy of your old one? I
it
know
should
you
be
keep a lot.
underneath that.
Thank you.
I keep the preview there. And I did add the vitals. When I sent that to you, I realized I did not put it in there, so it's been added.
Okay,
It was already in there from, yeah.
new guy caught that.
We weren't sure.
No, it's something you do at the end of
Proud.
it. Yep, no, just, it was done and scooped up and, yep. But it's been added now. I think I highlighted it on the front page, actually.
Yes, she did. Are these the two? This is the old one. Rose,
Mm-hmm,
the old warrant
mm-hmm.
is not,
It's not. I highlighted the 3 things I did add.
right, I wanted to compare them. That's all. What is this note for this vote?
That is for my documentation as to what each account was, so I can add it to the, when you pull it up in Trio,
Mhm.
it'll ask you for each one, so I go look into, yeah.
Okay,
That part I keep myself, and they get another copy. Just my mental notes, so who to charge what to.
yep. Put it on the back. Oh, let's see.
Usually it's right in there, so I don't know why it's not there.
This is the deeds.
Is it underneath the
I
first
think,
thing?
I think we, I think.
Did I put the added things to the top and just left the other one there?
I think I messed these up when
Yeah, you guys
I,
usually.
right here.
Okay, you guys usually do.
Sorry.
No, that's okay. Once I know
Sure
that.
that we're looking at everything. Now, It's the first four things on top.
Okay.
Amber, that warrant 24 should have been removed from this. That was something that was approved at the last meeting. I guess I just didn't omit it. We've already approved that warrant. As you can see, 27 and 24.
Did you make, I know we're not on this yet, but did you make and reprint the, make corrections and reprint from the
Yep.
notes we made for the
Minutes?
minutes?
Yep.
Perfect. So that'll be good to go. Moving right along, I think you might be right, Jeff.
Get too excited.
All right. All done? Okay, I motion that we sign the warrants.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor? All right,
Oh, I
let's
forgot a paper clip for that.
get our pens ready.
Yeah, that's why I just said to her, put a line through that. Yeah, I guess I didn't even realize it. So you pass those ones down too. Yep.
Does this just not have a little?
Yeah, probably somewhere. Look on the floor, you'll probably find it there. Oh, it's right here. We'll use that one. Aaron, don't forget this one. That's the paper warrant.
Can you do me a favor and write a note to ask the fire department about hose testing and splitting the pay with everybody? Because that's how we used to do it.
When you say splitting the pay with everybody, do you
So-
mean different towns?
Yeah,
You can't do that because they don't use the same companies.
yeah, we all used the same.
Troy uses, we hosted our building for them to do their testing there, but they have a different company that tests their hose.
No, I'm sorry. Unity and us did it on the same day. We did the same hose company.
Okay, but Troy was totally different. They literally, so you can't split that cost. I don't know what splitting with Unity, but
Yeah, so Unity used to, I don't know what is now, but even like before, when I was the clerk, I would send a note to Unity and let them know how much hose testing was, and they'd send us back a check.
so I'm gonna have the fire department take care of that. Or do you want the clerk to take care of that?
I want you to ask what the fire department wants.
Okay.
It's their budget. So if they want to pay for the whole thing and that's what we do now, then that's great.
Yep. Send them an email and physically and verbally get to it.
Good, no changes.
Is that even supposed to be attached to that? I had so much
I don't
paper.
think so.
I had so much
Say
paper.
this, I think
Maybe it's the missing paperwork I'm missing.
that's, the water county.
Oh, no. That goes on that.
Yeah,
That's an old one. I had so much stuff on my desk the past 2 days that yeah.
yeah, everything else looked like,
Yeah, there you go. Yep, yep.
I was a little confused on that.
That goes to the back of the one that's already been paid. Right here. Oh, I saw you thumbing through. I'm like, what's he looking at? Thank you. I would have been looking for it. Thank you.
It's got-
Oh, okay. And where I included I didn't see any corrections on one of them.
There weren't any.
Okay, thank you. So I gave you the page back with the corrections also.
Okay. Perfect. You all set?
Yeah, I'm set.
All right. I motion that we review and sign the minutes for June 3rd and June 17th. Do I have a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor? Right. So passes. Correct. The ones that you were not a board member for, you don't. I mean, you were here, but you were not a board member. They're right beside you. Yep.
You do notice I changed your name on that warrant. I know, I saw it.
Yes. And this is the change. I think it's just 2 changes, right?
It was just a couple little
Yeah, the 2 of them.
punctuation things, yeah, whatever it was.
The
I always highlight and give it back to you, that way we can hear it, sorry.
These are the ones we asked her to change.
Yeah.
And you can sign this. I don't know why I didn't while I had them. So we'll just sign these ones, because these are the edited versions.
You can tear those
Yeah.
right in two. I don't want them back. I'll use them for scrap paper, I'm sorry. Utilize our funds.
next item, the sign the special town warrant, is that the one we already motioned and
Yes, but you only
seconded?
signed the one, so I just,
There, you want extra copies?
yes, so I just brought, of course, I put it back on there to do it, so I don't know if you really have to make a motion, I just wanted you to sign them. Yep.
We've already made a motion.
Yep, it's already been, yeah.
You
So,
sign them?
I just like to have, when I post them, I want actual handwriting, not copy.
Beautiful. Look at how,
In pink?
I know, wait till, oh, you have me for school board, yet, for that one.
school board was rough.
It's a long one.
We're gonna
I at least open them, so you guys can, all right.
All right, are you ready to move on to the next?
I am ready,
All
ma'am.
right, the cannabis update. So, we had the meeting. We had a really good discussion about changes and people's thoughts, and really proud of how everyone conducted themselves in the meeting. It was amazing. We did not get as far as I would like to have, but it was necessary. I think stepping back and coming back again with a clearer plan was wise. So the issue was tabled. And so the next steps, basically, or what we're going to do is we're going to email a copy to the planning board and a copy to the lawyer to what we have, and just see, is this legal to vote on? Is this bumping into any other ordinances that we have? And then we'll set another meeting. It is. We actually didn't talk about that. In the notes, did we extend for another 60 days or 180 days? We did until July 1st.
I'd have to go get them.
Because I thought
Well-
we'd get, I thought everyone would discuss and vote. I had dreams. So it's, you guys, are we extending them?
No, isn't, which we have to hold a public hearing?
That's right.
Have it.
Okay.
And we didn't last time.
We didn't last time. But MMA book does say that it has to be a special town meeting to extend.
You got to say, Michelle?
I kind of recollect that conversation. Which we presently are, so.
You can't vote, so I can't ask you.
Say extend it then. If we get stuff straightened out, 180 days, I think it's fair enough.
I don't want to go, so we can't extend it.
Well, we already did.
But we can come back before that. Okay. So when we extended it to July 1st,
It's already been improperly done. So that means it's lapsed and we don't have one.
the date, so it's already standing because it hasn't been 100 days. The moratorium, or
Yeah, we got one on the
We
15th.
are.
I don't think it's gonna give us enough time to.
No, he meant to extend it. Technically, the moratorium is either extended for the 180 days when we went back, when we decided it, 30 days ago, whatever, or it's lapsed. There's no going back and revoting on it
so we
now.
still have 150 days on the moratorium, no matter what I
I
said.
think that's what you, I think that, yeah. Because we wanted to get it done.
This is not the first moratorium. This is like the third.
At some point, we can't keep doing it. So if you take it, so we've been 30 days?
Yep, so
Extended.
we have 150 left.
So what's the date of that? So,
The-
no, that was the second time, was it?
Yeah.
We extended,
Yeah.
no, the board screwed up, missed the date, and realized that we hadn't extended it. And so we had to have a special town meeting for that. And so Charles called a special town, Charles, remember, it doesn't matter. And
I remember extending it, because she was always about
so,
heads with
but she was quite
Yeah.
yeah. But, so we put it in front of the
That's right.
town to reenact the moratorium in December of 25. So it's a new moratorium when in effect December 25.
So it's not the one that Doreen put in. Doreen.
No, I mean, it should be in minutes.
December 3rd this past year? Charles wasn't here.
So it's much like neither was we. I just remember Charles and I talked about the time frame and the minutes.
You want me to go get the minutes? They're in a box right now.
No.
I was on then too.
So it should
I
be-
remember we extended it.
It should be in the special town meeting
Yeah.
minutes.
Okay, so this was only the first extension. Okay. Do I need to make a motion that has the original 180 days standing? Or do we just let them stand? That's what I need to know what I need to do, what I'm supposed to do. Till today.
Which was 30 days, so if you add the 60 days to accommodate the,
But she's saying that I can't do anything shorter. I have to do the 180 days.
so,
It's 100. It's been 30, so yeah, it's 150.
Oh, for 180 days, you're right. Right. So I think
consensus?
I would extend it to be 180 days.
You can always meet, have a special town meeting before, you know.
Well, we plan in August,
Yeah.
I think. We just have to get it out there and get it back. Yes.
Speaking from a townsperson, not the clerk, just to clarify that, does that mean the select board is going to continue to work on this, or we're going to hide it behind another moratorium for another 180 days?
No, I am getting
'Cause
this
that's what's
out
been
from
happening.
underneath the rug.
Okay.
We will vote on it.
Thank you.
We will do A, B, or none
So
at the actual meeting. I'm hoping August, because July seems to be really busy for everyone, and we already have a couple, I feel like we already have so many things we're doing in July. So on, I think Monday, we talked about August.
We talked about doing August, because there's a lot of stuff going on this month. You know, the special town meeting, which you'll probably, you know, this weekend, so.
And if
We
we're going
touched
to,
on a month.
and if we're going to reach out with what we have to people, we need to give them time to get back to us. But I don't have to, do I have to make a motion, or does it just need to be in the minutes?
Which will take it up to November 29th, if I did the math right. Because it says the first 30 days, 31, and 30.
Yes.
120 days plus
Yes,
30.
because that's the same date we had with the 180 when we, and then everyone was like, no, not November. All right, so, help me through this, guys. I make a motion that we continue the standing moratorium to the mandated minute amount of days. Yeah? So 150 more days.
Say that again, please.
I know.
No, I just missed the
Nope,
word.
that's all right.
Sorry, I want to make sure I have the
I
word right.
motion to, I don't even remember what I said.
You want a motion, you want to extend the moratorium for 150 days.
I motion to extend the moratorium for another 150 days. According to, yes. Yes, the cannabis moratorium, according to the regulated or the regulatory 180 days. That the town voted. Second. Any discussion? All in favor? We can't vote.
No, I wanted the discussion. Can we put a date on that? In those minutes.
Yeah.
So November 29th.
November.
Is that what we determined?
Yep.
Okay. Just wanna make
That's the same number I got when we did the math.
I just want to make sure that it's in the minutes.
Because
so
we were
that
going to do we were going to do a,
Yep.
whatchamacallit on November 29th.
Got it. Okay.
Or the
Perfect.
week before, whatever the last thing was. All right. Yes. We will tell you. We will absolutely tell you. Yep. Yes.
I was just going to say the same thing.
Then that's your answer. Yep. It was requested as an idea to put it out, and every idea is valid, so. All right. The auditor update, she came yesterday and today. They were very nice. Do you have anything?
No, I said there's, Rose is doing a better job.
Yep.
So
I wrote
she's
it
taking
down.
the course.
She said there was significant improvement, and she said you could read it and like see the date where she's like, oh, she learned something new, and everything changed from that date. So that was good. I did ask her the money question. Do we split up this office? Do we replace her? Do we have Rose be tax collector and clerk? And then, and she said that Rose is learning very quickly, very well. She did recommend, she liked our movements for division of labor. There was one thing that we need to talk about, and we're not going to take your time in executive session tonight. We can do it next time. But, you know, the reconciliation, the recording, and the access to cash, and she already stated that she's going to be changing a lot of her recommendations. We took a lot of her recommendations and wrote down our own notes, and we asked questions. Do you have anything else to add?
She did note that 75% of her findings have the same statements in there that she included in ours. That there was no misappropriation of money, there was no money missing. And Amber said, Rose is showing significant improvement.
Correct. Yep.
Like I said, they was talking about, I don't know how many accounts you got, maybe consolidate, instead of having, what, like 3 or 4.
Yep. 75% of her towns
Yeah.
have the same message because 75% of her towns have one person. So. I think when
But
Rose,
I think
when
what
you
I
and
meant- excuse me, what I meant there was like, you got different accounts.
oh, yes,
We
in the
consolidate
bank.
them all, yeah, in the bank, we consolidate them all. Like we would keep the fire department, truck replacement separate, and stuff like that. That's stuff we was gonna talk about, so.
So there are several little tiny accounts that if they were put together would make more of a revenue yearly if they were together and then split. And they're already split in trio, so she didn't understand why they were split in trio and at the bank. What she was saying is 75% of her towns have one person doing the job.
That's what you meant.
That's what she meant. And so she was saying the work that we've done by splitting up stuff has already improved what
The
that 75%
segregation of duties is what we're talking about. The segregation of the duties. If you only have one clerk, then you cannot, there's a lot of towns that only have one town clerk. So you cannot segregate the duties. And so in this case, that was a requirement of the townspeople in the previous whatever we had. And so as your treasurer, I respected that. And so Kay and I have segregated the duties. I've removed myself from certain things. And so that I have completed that task, and we've talked about that in previous minutes, and it's in record that I have done that. And
Yes, she's already confirmed that it's going to be different.
I never thought that funds would be, I never thought that was just hard to.
Yep.
I'm not going to reiterate the past, but if you'd come and ask me, I could have explained it to you. I'm going to end that.
Hold on,
Yep.
we got more people. remembering right, she said she was going to say what last year's make, material weaknesses were, with an additional note that they have been addressed. That's what she said that she was gonna, yeah.
That management has now made changes.
Yeah, so there were the two things. One was weakness, and one was a suggested, whatever that second one. And that second one was this is being worked on, but it's still a problem. And this one is definitely a weakness and needs to be fixed. And it was a definite weakness because we only had one person doing the job. So she mentioned that this material weakness is going to be down because we've done the work in going to make the changes. So it's going down into the section where it's still there, but we're currently working on it. Does that make sense? Because there was the two things, Gary.
So I was just trying to clarify. She doesn't rubber stamp it. That's
No.
not what I read. That's
Okay.
what we're saying. So, because it makes roads really bad.
Yeah.
If you're,
No.
you know what I mean? So I'm just saying, they're not even good.
Yeah, thank you.
But first, look bad because
Really?
you should be.
So they weren't exactly word for word. They were material weaknesses in that other one, but they all kind of were on the same line of, listen, it's a material weakness that only one person is doing this job. It is something that you're working on, and we can tell that the accounts are, yeah.
That's all I need.
I think she's also, she works with a lot of small towns like our town, so that's only 75%. So
Gary, you were
there's
saying
a lot
something?
of towns that one person can use everything, so.
No.
And we're going to continue to do so, by the way. She admits that she's still on probation until October.
I tried giving you my keys today, you wouldn't.
I know she did. She was like, here you go. And I'm, no.
Take them. Have at it.
On any subject. That's any other? No. Sheds.
I didn't get a price out of the office yet, so. But like I said, I got one for shipping container for town stuff, and, the road stuff, road signs and
Yeah.
all that.
Have
So.
you need-
That's about 2,000.
has Jo-
I was just going to ask you, is 8 by 12 or 8 by 16 big enough for what you want, or do you want 10 or 12 by 12, 16? What do you think would serve you and the public the best? And also keep in mind that maybe COVID isn't the only pandemic coming, in the future. I mean, don't plan for it, but be open to the space you may need. Yes, please do.
Your, okay, do you know the, it's a larger and better, and then you can do because it's fluctuating. And I guess that's really great.
So your old room was 11 by 27.
Right, I wouldn't need that.
You wouldn't need that. So
No,
maybe
especially if it's paint.
12 by 12? That's half. Is that too small? 12 by 16? You can come back to us.
But we do have a special town meeting coming up.
We do have yes, so we have a special town meeting talking about the worthy poor paying for the shed. So we need approximate sizes. I do not want to put what are those the roads one called? Shipping container. I don't want to put a shipping container out here. This will not set the precedent of, hey, y'all, put a shed out here. We want it to look nice, but we're not going fancy. You know what I mean? Like, this is not going to be the Taj Mahal of all sheds. But do you think 6,000 would be
Just get back to us on that.
okay? Yeah. Yeah.
Because I was looking at a 20-foot shipping container. The older one was like 1,900, but one time
You might
this
check.
one was 3,100.
And you might check
3,300.
Hillview Mini Barns, they might be cheap.
It was used.
It's an Atmos.
Yes,
But
it is.
I don't know how bad shape it's in. But you know what I mean?
You're just putting road stuff in it, what's that?
Hey, I was gonna say a little Bondo here, a little,
We'll fix her up.
yeah.
But that was through Maine Trailer, they was the cheapest. compared to-
Yeah.
And that is gonna go up next to the
SR1
sand
was
shed?
insane.
I was gonna put it over there by the sand salt shed.
Okay, yes.
Yes. So the only one going on this property is the health shed. Roads is going over by the salt and sand shed. Parks and Rec is going on their own, maybe at the park, maybe we haven't
moved
decided.
anywhere on it yet, but we are.
The cemetery committee for the hearse is asking Farwell.
No,
They're not, no?
no, remember the email I sent you? They have a, that's gonna probably,
Yeah, they have a building that's gonna be torn down but we don't know what that looks like. And,
but it's not gonna be set at Farwell.
oh, I thought that was.
No, they
I
would like
thought
to
they
put it
wanted
out here on this property, because I don't have the email with me, so I can't really quote what Alyssa said, but what I remember, it sounded like that maybe it was a building that had some plexiglass or a see-through.
Like a display for
Thank
the
you.
hearse?
Yes, and it would be.
I would need to see what it.
Thank you. Well, I was just going to move on with a little bit of this conversation because the eyesore that sits out here now that has not been picked up this year, that should go because that makes us look tacky. Your shed, that's why we don't want to do that. That has not been cleaned this year.
If it was cleaned and picked up, it's
I
a great
shouldn't have to
resource.
call them to do that.
It's a
That's their
great resource and
responsibility.
it needs to stay
Yeah.
because it's a great resource. However, they need to take way better care
Yeah, and I believe last year Mike and Doreen came and did it,
They
not
did.
them. Exactly. So if they want it here, then let them be responsible for it. But what she talked about, which to me thought it would be good if it was a display build. We'll take the word shed out of it. It sounds like, but a displayed building where you could actually drive by here and actually see that person there. It could be well maintained. Then that wouldn't be, to me, as a townsperson, that wouldn't be a bad visual here at our town office. I mean, it would actually probably maybe
Well,
complement.
you could like see inside, you could display some of the historic things on the walls
So
around.
I don't know if that's, so that's
That
what
would-
it
that
sounded
would
like
be
to
a
me. She
really-
was given a
If
building.
it's a nice building.
That's what I'm saying.
If the plexiglass is all like
Well, no,
cloudy
I don't think, Alyssa.
and
So,
it's made of doors.
but it's not going to, I don't, she said Farwell had not got back to her. She had reached out to them and
That's
they
what
had
it
not
was. I
returned
know
the phone
it's
call.
Marlo in it.
Yeah, so,
I'm not crazy.
no, it's, no,
I mean,
no,
I am,
they were
but-
part of it. She just, yeah.
Well, the article,
The fire, you talking about the fire
the
department?
old fire department.
Because it's danger.
The article in the warrant, I think, covers it. When it gives the select board permission to get rid of property and, I mean, that would be the same.
Dispose.
How much was that part?
I don't have
I
it.
don't have a town report.
Yeah, but as long as you don't seek that in the file, right, there is that authority to protect the house.
I know there's a whole, metal's missing off the backside of that, it's got black
But
all over it. Yeah.
I'm just suggesting
Oh,
that
yeah.
if you have a special town meeting,
That'd be
maybe
stuff.
throwing that in there just to cover your, I don't know if it's legal or not. I
Yeah.
just, if I was in your shoes, I'd want to make sure I understood.
See, we haven't even put it out for bid or anything yet. See, we want to tear it down, you know. I know when they built the newer section on that, a lot of us donated our time, all the logs, and so, built it like, community thing, built it, so.
So there's no plan to put any of the sheds.
No. Nope.
You're gonna leave the foundation there, yes.
Just for the ground stability. Like, because I'm afraid if we take out the foundation, all that ground is gonna settle and then it's gonna become a bigger problem than what the DOT just had to fix.
I mean, what do you think, Chris, about maybe moving that woodshed down by the sand pile? I mean, you can't watch it.
Nobody steals from that. I'm not smiling. Nobody steals from that.
They have stole from it.
Yeah.
All I'm telling you is when I brought that to somebody's attention, they don't steal from that. So I don't care if they steal every stick of wood from there.
Yeah.
I would never stop anybody because I was told that doesn't happen. I'm like, okay,
I know twice.
it does.
At one point in time, there was going to be security cameras down there.
Yeah.
Remember,
You bu-
always knew for your time.
Yeah.
I remember Charles and Doreen talking about.
Yeah.
Just sitting on the Selectboard floor.
Okay. And so, and there was going to be a repeater or something so that it could be reported back or that, again, way above my, that was,
Yeah.
I don't know.
So we currently have security cameras in-house, and that's what they're for? Is it's
Well,
all
we do, but
shed?
my question is, why is the town responsible for securing that building? It's not our building.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's on town property.
Town didn't vote for that either. The selectmen made that decision.
I think those cameras were actually for the salt shed.
Yeah.
To protect the salt shed. This
Yeah.
would just be a potential buy.
No, they were bought for this. Those cameras that are on the floor, because Charles ended up putting some out there because we had some
On
weaknesses.
the back one that looks
Yeah.
right onto it.
So we do have a camera that looks on that now, because they've taken pictures from somebody stealing wood for that matter. That's right, I forgot about that. White truck. So, but we do want to get one for the salt shed for that same reason, because somebody was trying to enter in there.
Right.
But,
I just remember that the two of them talking, and I was pretty new.
yeah,
So I don't have a great
Yeah.
recollection of that, but.
I know they moved it. It's like, the town didn't vote to move it. It's our, you know what I mean? If I want to put something, get the permission from the town, and then, former board just moved it from point A, moved it up here. Yeah, it was down there.
yes, because people were stealing from it.
So. but all of a
Sorry,
sudden they ended up
there's so
here.
much iron in this comment, I'm sorry, that's not nice.
Yeah, snarky.
I'm sorry. I'll apologize, publicly apologize. I'm looking for that article, Amber.
Me too. I'm on 14.
It's down around 32.
Well, I don't read that fast.
Yeah, like you said, you had a white truck that come in voting, you go about through one.
But if we do,
Huh? For me.
Half his family owns white trucks.
It was a Ford.
You were Gary, one
It was a Ford. Yeah, but there was another one. I found out who it was, and the guy that runs the thing, so I know who that is, and he knows better than to come up there and just take wood. So, yeah, Bob McGregor, that's the one that runs it. They bring up fitted firewood for, if you needed firewood, somebody needs firewood, they can take some. They have it, the main place is in Searsmore, and they have one over in Swanville at a guy's house. We'll deliver wood over there.
I'm seeing it. Did you find it? Are you at 32?
we need to rewrite the
Yeah,
warrant
they get, like the guy in
and
Swanville
get
there.
permission. This is for
we-
selling.
We've taken wood
I thought
to his
it was
house and
just-
just fits it up for
I
them
thought it
there.
was just
So it's right on the zone.
covering, getting rid of. So we need to rewrite and re-sign it.
I'm listening to you. You guys, I'm looking for something else while you're doing that. Yeah, I read what you
It
said.
says dispose of any real estate. And then it goes on about, but I wonder if the spirit of that rule, dispose means to sell.
Because that warrant's out of date. If that article's completely out of date when it talks about dispose of acquired property, because technically you really can't do much of that until you follow the state law. Everything's falling out of state laws. Towns are starting to not be able to have their own.
Right.
I'm gonna just go.
This Parks and Rec had talked about, we took it down, putting a compost thing, and I said, I don't think you want mice and rats and flies, and, you know what I mean? You want that way off somewhere, no. But I mean, oh, I know.
This has
I mean,
not been
they don't
posted yet, Amber,
understand.
so
Why don't we go fix it and then re-sign it? Because it does need to be posted, right, like today.
no, I've got 2 weeks to post this.
So you have until the next select board meeting?
No, it has to be
Okay.
posted by next Wednesday,
So why
next
don't-
Tuesday.
Why don't we go change it and then we'll re-sign
You,
them?
you write right on there what you want me to change, because I want to make sure it's somebody else's words. Thank you.
Because I wrote dispose of as in get rid of, like demolish, sell, whatever. But if everybody didn't read it that way, then we need to cover. Correct? So
I'm so sorry.
yeah, you're
I
good.
was choosing who I should listen to, and I'm scared.
You made the right decision.
I'm scared of her.
I gotta ride with her. He's gonna ride it
No,
down.
you're good. You're good.
I told
So
Patty-
when
I
this
felt bad, the
says.
other- We left Gary down there alone last week.
This says that the authorities for the select board on behalf of the town to dispose of any real estate. To me, that means get rid of and tear down or sell or whatever. But other people could read that as dispose as in sell.
I look at the CYA.
Yeah.
So that anybody that's a naysayer for that, you can rebuttal.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't just do it willy-nilly, and this is how I interpret it. It's really your call.
It talks about, I just went to another website, it does talk about, yes, the select board can order disposal such as demolition or securing of a dangerous building, but only after following strict legal due process, which typically requires a public hearing.
Okay.
And part of it also talks about the code, but the code already said that that building is not safe. So inspection and notices, local code will go there, look at it. Fire chief has already said it should be done, so those
They
two-
requested it.
those
to
two
be-
pieces have been taken care of. The select board holds a public hearing to review evidence regarding the buildings, which, I'm trying to think when we discussed it. The board determines the building is nuisance structurally, blah, 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 in order to detect what must happen, usually given the owner a specific timeframe. This is talking about the owner of the building. In this case, the town is the owner of the building.
I don't know which way it goes.
Yeah.
I was just, when I heard about it, I was
Yeah.
just concerned. I don't know which way I'm going. Just a little bit.
You know where the septic tank is out here? Top one.
We've looked for it. I can't find it. We have one?
I can't get one.
I'm assuming you've done probing.
I
haven't done
did,
that.
but it was after torrential downpour, so everything was packed mud. And like it was still wet. And so everything that I did was solid.
I don't know how far down it is, but when I'm not successful with, that's how it should be.
Yeah.
You don't know what's happening.
Yeah.
When probing didn't work, I used ditch all the handles and some iron there.
Yeah. My daughter's boyfriend, he's got a metal detector. I can get him from down front. We want to have it pumped.
Amber? I think we need to give this more thought, because if we're gonna take it for the town, the first thing the town's gonna say is how much is a demolition gonna cost? So it's
We
al-
don't know.
So it's almost like we need to put it out to bid first, find out what it's gonna cost. That has to be a price tag as part of that hearing slash.
So this isn't gonna be done before winter.
No, it can be, we just gotta just think about it, so I can get the, if that, I haven't put the bid out because it's
Well, we
almost-
said not to.
Well, yeah,
because
because we were
needed
trying to
to
get everything
know-
straightened around.
right.
So just because we get a bid doesn't mean it has to be done that next day. But if I was a townsperson coming to a meeting about disposal, the first thing you're gonna ask is how much is it gonna cost, right?
We don't
So
know.
we'd probably have to have that, I mean, that's just my out-of-the-box thinking.
I think you're right.
Okay. So, either way, we can still have this meeting
Mm-hmm.
because we're talking about sheds,
You won't get your
because we
building.
can't use the building.
True.
The
That's true. Yep,
removing of
that's
the
true.
building is kind of secondary to this.
So you can add it to that as article, like, you can talk about the sheds and then add it to the bottom of it, so an extra article. I don't know, I'm just,
I think I'm just going to leave this as is. And we will have another meeting, another day,
Yeah, we'll just,
about tearing down the actual building. And we need to get bids before
I
that.
was gonna say, enough of you are sitting here, you would rather, if I was you, as I'm sitting with you, you'd wanna know how much it's gonna cost to demolish. Because we don't know what's in there, we don't know what's unsafe, what's not safe, it might cost more than what we think, we can't burn it, because that's not illegal anymore, so.
So that would be
But
a
it doesn't
great
mean it
book.
won't be done before winter, don't be negative, just think.
I will say if town, before it tears down, I am happy to use a hazardous building material
okay.
survey. Now, we just asked if we have testing, town is covering testing costs. Because it actually costs but if you guys, because in theory, before you tear anything down, that's a commercial property, you have to ensure there's less than 3 square feet of asbestos. You have to understand the lead content. You have to
There's all that stuff in there.
Well, we think there is.
You have to understand hazardous building materials like mercury,
Lead paint.
fluorescent lights, ballast, PCBs.
What did you call that, a hazardous,
Is that
what did you call that, a hazardous what?
hazardous building survey? It's just hazardous material building survey. But I have had a license to do it. I do it for brownfields with the US EPA. And I'd be happy to do it, just asking the town to cover the cost. And
Yeah.
I'll supply invoice, I'll supply the invoice for the balance.
I motion to have Chris Lewis do a hazard material.
Yeah, we don't, yeah, so let's just,
But I thought it has to be done before we can take it down.
we could do it seriously at the next time.
What I can do is, I
I
can
mean,
do
it's
a
like-
survey and tell you what materials need to be tested. I can do that.
Oh, okay.
And then after the testing, we come back and take the samples.
I thought that's what you were saying, sorry.
Yeah, so I can do.
Maybe I just
So,
didn't.
yeah, survey needs to start testing. But I can just go and look, and that way I can tell the town that there's 18 materials that need to be tested, and that's gonna be,
X number of
48,
dollars.
yeah, 48, tests, and it's gonna be a testing cost.
Okay, all right.
I can do that.
If you wouldn't mind, that would be amazing. Yeah. Watch out for the skunk.
And the kitten,
I am not kidding. Oh, okay.
Travel back.
I'm sorry, Bob, you say you already filled it?
No, it's at Patty's house.
Oh, okay.
It's eating the kibble in the backside of our barn.
so is that a motion to allow him to do that?
I don't think we need to, he's a citizen of the town. I don't think we need to motion for,
Not my party, it's yours.
I mean, we let other people go in there without permission, so.
I mean, I'm just gonna give you a report, a summary of what I need to be taken care of. I'm not gonna hurt any cost.
The only part I would request is if you need to get into Johnny's part, asking Johnny first. Because hers might be locked. Hers is the only one that's closed off.
I'll give you
Signs update. The last thing, unless anyone has any others, signs update. We have a list of where our signs need to go. We have the signs. We need to bring the poles in before 4 o'clock on Monday.
Okay.
And then they will be put up for us. They have the ability to drill the hole and I think do we have the nuts and bolts? Or is that
Should
something?
be here.
I looked and I didn't see any nuts and bolts.
There's a bunch of stuff in that room.
I saw signs, but I also did not dig.
Okay. If he brought it here, that's where it should, it's either here or his house.
Yeah. The only thing they got at my house is just
The poles?
The poles.
Okay, so there must be,
Okay,
Them
so,
are all-
You didn't load any nuts and bolts that I saw.
No. Probably I didn't get them.
You loaded a lot of wood.
so how, if we want this done on Monday, do we need to allow someone to go to Max and get the nuts and bolts? Do we need a motion for that?
we have
And do we need a number on that?
I don't think there's a limitation down there. Casey's on that account,
Okay.
as a fire chief.
And it's
Let's
under
see that.
$200 for
What is
nuts,
this?
I'm assuming under $200 for nuts and bolts.
Yeah, but is there certain nuts and bolts so they can't just steal them? You know what I mean? If we go over there to Max and buy the bolts.
It's called shock collars.
Shot callers?
But they used to have special head zone in it.
That's why I was wondering.
Oh,
But I will need to confirm or deny, but it seems like Aaron might know.
And
I
why
don't
do you
know
know this,
anything
young man?
about signs or bird cones.
So-
I wasn't the champion or anything.
I mean,
I'd have to run,
I never installed them all.
So
I'd have to go up there to Old Town and, you know.
they have a thing that will put the bolt in. They do not have the zoot bolt thingy. You know what I mean? Like the,
It's a zoot zoot.
this,
Never heard of that.
this bolt on this side doesn't have anything, and so you like,
So it's carriage bolt?
yeah, so he doesn't have that
Now we know what
machine
that means.
that will like bolt it in there
I've
so
had a
it's
good day, I'm
unmovable.
sorry.
He only has a drill.
Impact wrench? Impact driver?
Is that the one that has the cord on it and it goes zoot, zoot? Okay,
We're gonna have to have a long.
You can use the high-powered one.
Yes.
okay, they
Oh, yeah,
don't have
well,
that.
yeah. Zoot zoot means
Right.
this, carriage, yeah.
Right.
That's going in the minutes.
But, I mean, should we determine if we even have
Yeah,
or we
Okay,
send them out.
do you want me to go look? Okay,
The only thing I could do is, I could run to Old Town on Monday morning and get them. Cause I figure a lot of stuff's closed Friday.
Casey has a diamond drill.
Yeah, but the hole's already drilled.
I've got an emerald one.
it's gotta be in the sign?
I don't know why she's looking. I would probably find them sooner.
Yeah, but the thing is, the post up there got holes in it.
The post does, but does the sign have holes? I think that's, we're saying we gotta get through the sign.
So. We could move the big shed down to that. And then sand salt shed, get it out of here. So,
No, does it have to be on town property?
yeah,
So yeah, they have to put a hole through the sign.
We have a whole box of these, and so Casey has the drill bit that can drill through
Yeah.
this sign, so it can go through here.
so I got the post and I got one of these at my house.
But here's the thing, is these things are really tiny.
Is it a set screw or is it an actual hole? Yes, it is.
Please? Thank you.
It's a set screw.
I don't know what that means.
What you do is you don't have to drill the sign, you just put the sign in this.
Right, this is
One of
set
these.
screw.
Yeah.
Right.
For a couple of days.
You're gonna set the
We
sign.
replaced everybody that
mean,
was
this is just
behind
an
that was
Allen
missing.
Yeah, Allen wrench.
The only one that's been
XP.
replaced is Curtis
Get
Pond
the
because they took theirs and did it
ratchet.
themselves.
Right.
Be quicker. faster.
They literally took their sign.
Yeah.
I said, have at it.
So there was
Steal
kind
them
of
anyway.
six, now that I knew about it. And then you got a whole bunch of these in there, and I was like, oh, well, why don't we just put them all?
And it's just a set screw.
Honey, you're behind time. We ordered them to be put up a year or so ago. Yes. There was many roads, yes. Raven,
So, does the fire
we need to do
department
Raven
decide
Road
what
is what
they
we need to do.
Well, it is Allen,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, they don't need
Oh, it's
to,
an Allen wrench?
right, it's just a set screw that's just gonna
Set
So do we have,
hold it, the sign.
do we have an Allen wrench? Or do they have?
I'll talk to George tomorrow.
Them, like I said, them,
Diamond
they get, yeah, diamond out, you get one, put on a ratchet, go a lot faster.
Shot
You
call.
can put one right on an impact.
If the Gordon Hill one is missing, it's not $5.
It's very old if it is.
But you gotta grab a pit and dispose of it, don't you?
Yeah. Yeah, and after you call the DEP on me?
I would never do that.
They frown upon
And left in the middle of the night, that's all I know.
They frown upon
There's too many cameras now this day and age.
God, isn't that true? It's awful, the world we live in. It's this whole Life 360 thing. If anybody ever put that on my phone, I'd come unglued. No, it's none of your business where I am.
Yeah.
Even my kids, it's none of your business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kids maybe, but yeah. Was there, so that was just a discussion. I do have something,
Anything for other, anything left on the sign stuff?
Oh, the only thing I have is nothing on sign, but
Okay,
fire
hold-
truck.
Hold on, she's got something too.
okay, I just spoke, I've been not chatting with during the
Yeah,
meeting. but
yeah.
I got a message from the fire department. Hose testing can't be split because due to each department charge per foot per hose that they use. So that's why it's
Okay.
not split. So that's your answer to that.
Okay, perfect.
I can take that off my to-do list.
Did you send an email to Freightliner on the truck?
We've sent a couple. Don't ask about the one I sent because it was really not something I should have done because I realized afterwards
Chris,
I know nothing
that
about.
ABS light
I
is on
left a
again.
lot of.
That wiring
Do
never
you
got
have
fixed.
do you have the registration for
third
that
time
truck?
now.
The one
I
that
have
needs
all.
a king?
I gave it to George and I told him and told. George has talked to them
Yeah.
twice
So
and they haven't got back to him and
I
he
think
sent
we
the
need to
VIN
go
number.
to somewhere else that he mentioned it too,
I don't
that
know what-
warrants their work.
Yeah,
but-
but I don't know how they came up with 6 to 8 months out.
I don't know. He supposedly talked to a lady up there, not the one you're used to, but he did call them physically, not just an email. So.
I talked to the service department. It says you can send the email. If I send them the VIN number, they can, the parts, I think, is that Freightliner?
I did, I kind of,
I give them the last 6 digits and they can look up the parts. It says, I was told 6 to 8 months out. It was like, Tim was like, he says, I know you guys ain't that far out, you know, because they run 2 shifts up there.
Yeah.
To look at the wiring and everything?
No, that was
Oh, on the
that
other
was,
one.
That was on the Freightliner. You needed the
Okay.
kingpins and bushings
Yeah.
on the suspension.
Okay.
and when I sent them the information first, it was not even the truck that we owned anymore, just so you know.
So let's send out all of our information, the correct one, to Freightliner.
We have. Supposedly, I gave it all to George and he resent it to them and then he has called them. So I don't know who he's talking to and I'm out of it. I'm done trying to do, that's not my job.
And do we know, they reached out to Chris Larrabee and all, or?
That's what
Chris
their
Larrabee.
next step is. Chris, yes, their next step is to call Chris. And if Chris wasn't gonna do it, they were gonna ask if Jordan had time.
Which we know, that's,
He's so busy.
he is.
Yeah.
They're
But
all
Chris,
busy.
They're
and
all
Chris
very
has done
different.
work for us before. We've got,
Yes.
I've done invoices
Yeah.
with him, so.
But he has been so decent to us. At one point, he turned off that ABS light and said, oh, it's a corroded wire. He told us what was wrong with it, and then it happened again. But yeah, we've given it to Northeast Trucking 3 times for this ABS light, and it's still, but if you remember, the pictures that of the wiring of this truck is insane. It looks like rats got in there and wired the truck itself.
But like,
It is from Canada, so you were saying, and it maybe you never know how they work.
well, the one with the kingpin, see, I mean, I give them the VIN numbers, they can tell me, but it's like anything, you get up there, you just got a broken spring, you gotta fix that, you know, and stuff. That's not hard. I mean, I can get a price on them. I can call Tim there tomorrow, if I can get a time for something. I can call
Can
him.
you get him the VIN number of the Freightliner?
I just need the VIN number, so.
We need a break now.
I would,
I can do that.
Yeah.
this second.
I'm not here.
Is there any other business, folks?
No.
No. Would you all like to go home?
Yes.
All right, then I motion to party hardy? No, I motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor? Any discussion? All in favor? All right, folks, we'll see you in a couple of weeks. Yeah, I knew that sounded hinky when he said it, but I think when he doesn't want something to happen somewhere, he like exaggerates.
Is this okay to stop now?
Oh, yes.
That's what I mean. It stops for saying
Yeah.
It just stops for me.
Yep. And then you're done.